Tanos' plans. Yet the Dwarf Queen Brynhild still stood at Tanos' side.
Oi, that's right. And it's about time we got out of here. Go, Tanos. The thing with the Dark Elf brat will have to wait until later.
What? Hold it. You still have a nice date with a spear waiting for you here.
Not today, Talia. I just need a little more of that power, that evilness, to charge the gauntlet. Only then can I destroy you and enable good to triumph.
Damn paladins with their stupid portals. All right, creatures, swing those hooves, get the lead out, and get after Tanos. At a gallop. Forward!
And so, together with the pursuing evil, Talia set out in pursuit of Tanos. Talia and the speedy evil had destroyed an aid shipment before Tanos got to it. Once again, Tanos had to retreat to lick his wounds. The planning evil would surely know how to take advantage of his absence.
I did it. That should be enough evilness to feed Gorgu. So, little baby, eat up all that tasty evilness.
Enriched by all this energy, Gorgu once again became the Dungeon Lord. In this form, he could take on Tanos' undead. At least, that's what Talia and the really thinking plans through evil thought.
What's with all the pessimism? Dungeon Lord Gorgu will thoroughly kick Tanos' butt. And then that barbed spear I mentioned earlier comes into play. The Queen of Evil!
Gorgu had ingested enough evilness to remain in the guise of the Dungeon Lord for an extended period of time. But Tanos was also able to strengthen himself somewhat. Both opponents now faced one another in an implacable duel. Imagine here some quick camera cuts to the grim faces of the two opponents, like the ones you used to see in the anime series of your youth. The stare-down could fill out several volumes all by itself, but just for you, we've condensed that down to one line of dialogue. Then the two opponents began to throw wildly powerful missiles at each other's ears. But such an epic battle, with unusual attacks and such, took its toll, and both sides retreated for a short breather.
Men, despair not. It is time to prepare for the final battle. Fight at my side. Together, we will destroy evil once and for all!
This rousing speech, together with the threat of beatings in the case of non-compliance, served to mobilize Tanos' reaming heroes. It would certainly make sense for Talia to support Gorgu as well.
Really? I thought Gorgu would make short work of Tanos now, after all the stress of the previous mission. Is someone trying to grind out a little extra game time? But hey, fine, don't let anyone say I let evil down. I'll throw wave after wave of my creatures at Tanos if I have to. Up you get, you lazy bums. Pick yourselves up, build a dungeon, raise an army, and severely rearrange Tanos' teeth.
The battle between Tanos and Dungeon Lord Gorgu raged. Both opponents assumed their best anime fighting poses, sized up their opponent, and then exchanged blows, magic missiles, and/or telepathic insults. But even though the fight dragged on due to Gorgu's inexperience, the end was predestined. Tanos was forced further and further into the defensive. In his distress, Tanos saw himself with only one remaining option. He took the stones of finitude and stuffed them into his mouth. Tanos was bathed in an unnatural light, with flames rising from his eyes. He grew and grew as his muscles swelled and his body deformed. This discharge hurled the stones of finitude away yet again and scattered them in all directions. In his new form, Tanos was now significantly stronger than the inexperienced Gorgu, and with one mighty blow, the mutation hurled the Dungeon Lord in training to the side. Then the creature turned towards Talia. Its eyes began to flash. Destructive laser beams, yes, that's really what it says here, shot out of its eyes toward the Dark Elf to destroy her. But this was the moment for heroes, and so Tristan pushed his stepsister Talia aside, out of the line of fire. So now, instead of Talia, Tristan was scorched by Tanos' laser eyes. Talia had no time to check on her stepbrother, but fled as fast as she could. If looks could kill, Tanos had destroyed the Gauntlet of Finitude and absorbed its power. The resulting transformation was unpleasant. Talia and the fleeing evil got the hell out of there. Tanos was pushed further and further back. His end was near.
foe. Once again, I need your help. Stand with me to help the light attain victory.
Ha! Showed him.
A gold vein has been mined out. Your enemies are in the dungeon.
No, this cannot be. I cannot be defeated. Well, I mean, not again.
With these illustrious words, Tanos bid farewell once and for all. Unnatural forces, impossible to depict with our budget, wafted around. The air shimmered with energy and the smell of molten iron and burnt pizza. Wait, my pizza! I'll be right back. So sorry, I hope that didn't affect the finale in any way. Now, where were we? Wafting powers, shimmering air, disgusting taste. Oh, here. With their combined forces, Dungeon Lord Gorgu, Talia, and Tristan were able to push the mutated Tanos back. Onward, ever onward, in the direction of the rune sockets of finitude. The mutated Tanos fought for every inch of ground he lost. As he finally stood with his back to the rune sockets of finitude, he sputtered with the last of his strength.
Evil is going to triumph over gods again. This is madness.
This is
Dungeons!
Talia shouted at him and sent him into the void with a spectacular kick. When the magic fog cleared, Tanos was no more. On the one hand, Talia was saddened, having grown accustomed to putting enemies' heads on spears. But still, Talia's joy was so great that she even danced with a nasty little snot and twirled it around. Was this the end? Well, hardly, as there were still some loose ends. What became of Tristan, who seemed to disappear after Tanos' defeat? Would he raise another army of good? What was Brynhild, the dwarf queen, planning? Had she created a doomsday machine? Or even found some rare nithril in the underground, capable of curing the elves' strange disease? Maybe that was something she should discuss with her good friend, Hellburnt. And was the Council of Little Snots really just a cheap reference to a council of lightsaber wielders, or was there more to those deceptive fellows? Had they helped the absolute evil out of loyalty, or the goodness of their hearts? But all these questions were for another day, or installment of the series. Now, it was time to celebrate.